Hello there, poetry lovers everywhere. My name is Sarah Jenkins. Welcome to another poetry deep dive today. I love Denis Martindale. He has written over 3,700 poems for the Poemhunter website. This time, Denis Martindale has written a brand new skinflint guide poem. While he is an animal lover, he portrays himself as a pensioner wanting the peaceful life and the chance to pay his bills. The title of the poem is No Pets Have I. Here's what the brand new poem's message shares with us today. Okay. Let's just anchor on that massive number for a second. 3,700 poems. I mean, writing that sheer volume of poetry requires incredible, absolutely relentless observation of daily life. You don't generate that kind of output without constantly noticing the little things, you know? And his newest piece, dated August 8th, 2026, perfectly captures this. It's just a hilarious, highly relatable observation on modern frugality. Reading, No Pets Have I. To truly appreciate this skinflint's guide, we need to dive directly into the text and experience the comedic exasperation that Martindale has so brilliantly crafted for us. He sets the tone right out of the gate in the first stanza. He writes, "No pets have I, no dog, no cat, no horse, pig, or llama. No need for pets or this or that, as I'm not a farmer." I just love the dramatic listing here. He's making completely sure we know he absolutely does not have any need for any of these creatures. A llama? He goes straight for the extremes to show just how resolute he is about maintaining this pet-free lifestyle of his. The poem then moves into these hilariously specific grievances. He continues, "No minor bird to shriek or squawk, no parrot on a perch, no swear words taught that each can talk, each time they get the urge." And this brilliantly illustrates such a wildly chaotic picture. He's not just talking about quiet, cuddly companions here. He's conjuring up the image of shrieking birds and parrots spontaneously blurting out taught swear words at literally the worst possible times. He also heavily leans into the visceral annoyances of modern pet ownership. Listen to this. No collars and no ID chips tracking Frisky Fido. No dog to kiss me on the lips. Saliva, no, no, no. He is so desperately rejecting the modern technological hassle of getting IED chips for Frisky Fido, and you can just feel the sheer revulsion at the end there over the dreaded dog saliva. It's a sensory detail that really makes his total exasperation just pop off the page. So the absolutely crucial point is that the relatable core of the poem really starts to show in this stanza. Let's read it. No metal cans I must open with doggy food's fake steak. No massive vet bills now and then. Right here, the mundane, everyday chore of opening cold metal cans of fake steak is directly paired with the sudden looming threat of massive vet bills. It transitions the poem from simply being annoyed by loud noises and slobber to addressing the actual heavy burden of pet care. He brilliantly concludes the poem with what might just be the ultimate modern skinflint solution. Listen to this ending. Now I watch YouTube, where I see folks' pets both night and day. No, I smile here, contentedly, with no pet bills to pay. He solves the problem perfectly. He still gets to enjoy watching other people's pets on YouTube completely risk-free, night and day, without paying a single solitary bill. It's a very clever, very modern punchline. The literary inspiration behind it. Now, what is incredibly fascinating about this piece is the specific literary structure Martindale chose to use to deliver this punchline. There is a deep cut here for poetry fans that totally elevates the entire poem. Notice the obsessive repetition of the word no that starts almost every single line in Martindale's work. Well, this is actually a direct homage to the classic poem November. Martindale actually discovered that classic poem in a poetry textbook from his school days so long ago. He took that classic rhythmic repetition of the word no and brilliantly applied it to a grumpy modern pensioner complaining about dog saliva and vet bills.
The irony of past pets.
Okay, so here is where the story gets deeply ironic and adds a wonderful, rich layer of humor to the whole shebang. You might think from reading this rant that the author just absolutely despises animals and always has. But listen to this list. Dogs, cats, budgies, fish, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, tortoises, and, yes, a squawking mynah bird. Despite writing the ultimate anti-pet poem, Denis Martindale himself actually used to own this massive, chaotic menagerie of animals throughout his life. He isn't writing from a place of ignorance, he is writing from exhausting, real-world experience. He knows exactly what the shrieking mynah bird sounds like because he lived with one. The pensioner's piece is that the poet is writing from the perspective of someone who has already lived through all that chaotic animal ownership. He has done his time in the trenches, cleaning the budgie cages and buying the fake steak, and now he simply craves a peaceful life. It completely shifts the tone of the poem from a simple rant to a well-earned sigh of relief. The true cost of living. This brings us to the most relatable and poignant takeaway of the entire explainer today, moving way beyond the literary homage and the personal irony and diving straight into real-world economics. Who knows just how much extra pet owners could pay? Some people know right away they cannot afford a pet, but others get one and soon learn all the extra responsibilities they can expect for years and years to come. The poem literally forces us to consider the famous quote that we should count the cost. It serves as a humorous but very real reminder of the hidden, long-term financial responsibilities that pet owners must shoulder daily. So, the ultimate truth behind this pensioner's poem is highly relatable to a lot of folks right now. It's a deep desire to escape the terrifying bills that seem to increase every few months in the UK. When you have bills piling up, the absolute last thing you want is a massive surprise vet bill. Denis Martindale leaves us with a chuckle, but also a really sobering thought about the sheer cost of modern living, which leaves us to wonder, what luxuries are you cutting back on for a little financial peace?